Divorce Lawyer Stories. According to Reddit. Number 13. Not a lawyer, but a dramatic divorce story. I know a man who was falsely accused of domestic violence during the separation from his wife. She lived in the marital home, and he paid for everything, despite her having a full-time job. She got a boyfriend who did not work and allowed him to live in the house. My friend went to meet her at the house for a final time to decide who would take what from the house. He was recording everything on his phone without her knowledge, and he was afraid something would be said or happen that might be held against him. They could not agree. He left and found that she had called 911 and reported that he had made death threats and assaulted her. The divorce went downhill from there. He spent $14,000 on lawyers to finally have the charge dismissed. During his criminal ordeal, she sued him for $250,000 in alimony. The recording saved him with the police, and to this day she insists he assaulted her. What an unbelievable poo show. Now, this is a particularly horrifying incident, specifically because he knew that she was the type of woman to go ahead and lie and say that he did this to her and he said these things when in fact it was not the truth. He had a recording to counter and prove that this wasn't the case, but he probably still would have went down had he not paid nearly 15 grand on friggin' lawyers. And it seems the real crime here is that he was making any money at all because she had the audacity to try to sue him for $250,000 in alimony. And the world we live in, it's really not about, what who did or what who said. It's about what you can prove or what you can convince a jury. So, again, thank God this man was smart enough to record, because it would have turned into he said, she said. And on today's Twitter-fueled nightmare of a world, everybody's always going to back up the lady, regardless of whether or not you should be listening to a dog barking. So, number 12 on this list. I'm not a divorce lawyer, but we once went to an open court with university, and it was a divorce case. Our whole class was there watching them get divorced. It was a Dutch business guy and his Eastern European wife. She was talking about how he forced her to do butt stuff and BDSM against her will. Can you believe that? The children were also there watching, and I remember feeling so bad for the kids. They were 12 and 15 years old. Those ain't kids. And not only did they have to watch their parents divorce, they had to hear about their father's fetishes that he forced on their mother, while an entire class of university students were just watching along and gasping like we were watching a movie. The lady was crying while she was talking about all his fetishes that she absolutely hated. The judge asked if he ever was violent, and she said, "He slapped me on the face and ass, but only during sex. But I didn't want it." Come on, man. Y'all are come on, man. I don't know about that. This is where it gets a little bit Kyle. Kyle wants to get off this ride right here. Thank you, Neon Beat, for that. That's probably Bear. I can't see. The words are like over the words. What a nightmare. So, thank you, Neon Bear, for that subscription. But listen, this is becoming way too popular. And girls are coaching girls on how to do this, how to be in a relationship with a guy, to do things completely consensually, and then after the fact to just be like, well, I didn't want it, so you know what? I am now deciding that he snuggled me. I didn't want it. Now I decide I don't want it, so I didn't want it done. And he's a rapist. Came after me in front of the kids. I remember seeing their 15-year-old daughter completely red-faced, eyes filled with tears, And she tried to hold on. It looked like she wanted to bury her head in the sand. I felt so horrible, so terrible for that little girl. Meanwhile, the girl next to me kept pushing her leg against mine every time the lady spoke, like, "Did you hear that? Can you believe that?" You should have seen the look on her face. What a list. Are we really going to do this for 13 more entries? It's not 13 more, it's what, 11 more? Oh boy, how is everybody today? Did you have a good day? You know, did you have a day that hopefully was so bad that tomorrow can't compete? So by default, you know, tomorrow's going to be a better day. Ding ding, today wins fatality on your spirit. Zoe says, "What's up, Kyle? I'm high." Not high enough, okay? All of you people with clothes need to calm down. It's not a competition, but if you're going to be high, the whole 9 yards, you're going to need to be strapped down, put on a movie, and just have a good trip. Got to be so high that if somebody wasn't there to watch you, things could go off the rails. You know what I mean? You got to have somebody you trust. Kyle does not condone the act of getting high. Dude, am I going to get in trouble? You know? I was trying to have a family-friendly list by not swearing for an entire stream. Jeez. The fact that they come at me just for saying words they don't like. Sabrina, how are you doing? Cringy Conroy says, "Why would she date someone who doesn't work?" Well, because some girls like a bad boy, you know. Some girls like what dude's got to offer, even if it ain't money. You know what I mean? My girl wants to party all the time. Jackie says, "I literally just started watching last night's stream." Well, now you can watch this stream as we continue through the list. Day was good. Talked with a guy that I like. Aw, he has no idea what I'd let him do to me. Oh my God. Well, girl, hooray for honesty. Okay. Cringy says, "Kyle, is your day good?" I mean, it could be worse. It could be better, you know. I'm appreciative. I'm alive for now. Let's see how long that lasts. Number 11. A friend of mine is a divorce lawyer. His favorite is the time that a husband in a bitter divorce got some slimy lawyer and said that he would out-lawyer her and break the bank before giving her anything that she wanted. This was in front of my friend, her lawyer. He looks at her and says, "I'm working for you pro bono, free, from this moment forward." He looks back at them and says, "I got all day." Oh. Somebody asks, did he win? And the dude says she got a fair share rather than him taking everything. So I guess that's kind of a victory. Huh. Number 10. Not a divorce lawyer. Yeah, like every other entry here. My friend is a lawyer. Oh my God. What's the next one? I'm not a divorce lawyer. Number 13. Not a lawyer. You know, I know none of you are. So stop saying it. I don't usually use the not a. Look, lady my mom babysat for got pregnant at 54 years old after being told that she couldn't get pregnant. The husband was abusive, and on top of that said that having a kid cramped his style. Huh. He ran off. Well, damn,
I wish to get into fart.
Okay. I hope he's not following it up with a $3.50 donation with the remainder of what he was going to say, because that would be ridiculous. And I would feel even more ridiculous if I were to continue reading this, only to be interrupted again with the remainder of what he was going to say. A 2-part donation, you know? How can you be angry, Kyle? You know, it's a guy just, he's giving you money. I mean, you know, smile. You love it. But, You know what it's like? It's like a person clenching their fist and just reeling it back like they're going to hit you. And you're just like, are you going to do it or what? Is it coming? You know? It would only be worse if he donated. Imagine somebody donates $100 and goes, this is part one of my donation. The part two is coming right now. And then I'm just waiting. You know what I mean? It's not funny. It's really not funny. And he still hasn't donated, so I'm going to continue. And so help me God, if he's waiting for me to continue again to interrupt me, I'm going to be furious. So here I go, resuming this story. A lady my mom babysat for got pregnant at 54 years old after being told that she could not get pregnant. Husband was abusive and on top of that said having a kid cramped his style. He ran off. She didn't know where. Good riddance. Self-sufficient, too worried about raising a kid to care about divorce or men. Kid's 5 years old now. Dad wants a divorce. Wants full custody. After not seeing the kid in years? Wants half the house that she bought, half of her business that he only worked part-time at. He put no money into the house or business and barely worked while they were together. She hires a private investigator, finds out that she was his third wife and that he never divorced either of the others. And he embezzled money from her business when he was still around working minimally. So yeah, that work did not work out well for him. He got nothing but jail time and will be supervised visits.
Does playing Phoenix Wright count as getting a lawyer degree?
If you play enough of it, Blueberry. Thank you for that super chat. Phoenix Wright, for anybody who doesn't know, is like a game with a lawyer dude. And, you know, you're supposed to scrutinize what's going on in people's stories. And then he points out his hand and he goes, objection! All right. But, you know, you must have seen the memes. It's just, it's old school. It's old school. So yeah, the dude got jail time and he only gets supervised visits with the kid. If the kid wants it. Nice. Sometimes you shoot for the moon and you end up underwater, boy. What the fuck? Number 9. My parents got divorced when I was 12 years old. I am sketchy on the details, but I remember it was...
Bing my bong, honk honk.
Thank you, my man. I appreciate this, Pepe. You're a saint and a scholar. Okay? There you go. Number 9, my parents got divorced when I was 12 years old. I am sketchy on the details, but I remember that for a long, drawn-out time, it was lengthy and acrimonious. A word I'm not familiar with. Let's Google it together. Acrimonious. Angry and bitter.
Acrimonious.
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 Angry and bitter. Acrimonious. Anger, and bitter. Now you know the word. Never you forget it. Eventually, my mom was awarded a massive settlement. Man, massive settlement sounds what we all need in our lives, you know what I mean? Just like I need a punch in the mouth to get the tongue working properly. My brain's feeding it words right. It's all like, oh, do it up there. My dad was basically left with superannuation and nothing else. What the hell is this? Superannuation.
Superannuation.
A regular payment made into a fund by an employee toward a future pension. Superannuation.
Superannuation.
Regular payment made into a fund by an employee toward a future pension. Superannuation. Objection. After the ruling was handed down, my mother's own lawyer walked into my father and his lawyer's meeting and said that ruling was BS. You should appeal. Gotta be pretty bad when the lawyer wants his own win overturned. Bruh. Number 8. Not a lawyer, But I knew a guy who also lost his cell phone number, and he had the same number since high school. She convinced the judge that she used his phone enough to get his number. Basically, he kept his kids and car and had to pay alimony. This is just stupid. And why did I say basically like that? Like it had more syllables than it should have. I wonder if there's people out there pronouncing basically like that. Basically, 3 syllables. But I was like, basically. That's 5 syllables. Basically. How you turn a 3-syllable word into a 5-syllable word? Basically. No, that's 4. Basically. Yeah. But still, don't say it like that. Unless you're trying to get on somebody's nerves. If you're trying to get on somebody's nerves, how do you say something that you know will bother them? You know? I'm sure Family Guy, has done it in the most popular way with the cool whip. Well, what can you do that you consider worse than that? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Number 7. Where my massive settlement at? You can settle the massive Dia. She's over there like, I don't even want to describe it. Number 7. I can answer for a friend. Here we go. His wife was divorcing him because he's an unreliable idiot. He figured that he was smarter than everyone, so he dragged out the process as long as he possibly could, making it as difficult as possible on her. Scheduling and rescheduling meetings, not showing up, promising to do a thing and then backtracking later, refusing to negotiate at all. I think his plan was to make the divorce so difficult on her that she would just stay married. Okay. He was also doing all this pro se so. Pro se? I've heard of pro bono. Pro se is Latin for in one's own behalf. He was doing it for himself, so her lawyer had to deal directly with him. Oh my God. After a year of this, his wife had had enough. She told her lawyer to make it happen. So the lawyer set a date, and court served him notice of the divorce proceeding. She showed up to court, and he wasn't there. So as the only party there, she got a very one-sided deal. She got the business, custody of the kids, the house, the car, his clothes, his car, and half the proceeds of the sale of the house when she decides to sell it. He found out about this when he called the court a week after it happens. What had happened is her lawyer served the divorce notice to his address in a different town with a similar name. Normally, this would have been caught by his attorney, who would have received notice directly from the court, but since he had no attorney, there was no one other than him that the court could send it to. He finally hired a lawyer and tried to get the settlement tossed, as he claimed he was never served, but the judge said that there was nothing he could do. But what the yo, he was a dick? Is that okay to say, YouTube? Jesus. He was difficult in this scenario, but if he was never legitimately served, that's a big part of this crap. You can't just send it to somebody's address. You gotta serve somebody, boy. You gotta make sure they get it. It's like a Harry Potter deal. You gotta make sure this kid opens that letter, reads that thing. That's why people usually get served in person. That's crazy to me. This is crazy to me. What you mean there's nothing that can be done? My heart goes out to the man, but there you go. So, there seemed to be a bunch of new, interesting oddballs in the stream chat. But what about The old ones, the Michael, the Linda, the McDea, the 3D designer, and the Anils. I think I streamed too late, so Stripes is once again asleep. Unfortunate. Here we are at number 6. Divorce lawyer and mediator here. I once mediated the case of a neckbeard versus a tiger mom. Tiger mom. Excuse me. Does that count? Does that count as a gross coyote noise? I don't know. I want a tiger noise. So it's gonna be like neckbeard versus tiger mom. That was not what I thought a tiger noise would sound like. That sounded like a tiger burping. I don't have the balls to press any of these other buttons. I really don't. Nope. Okay, sorry. You know, see, that's exactly why I resisted it. You know what I'm talking about? Anil says it counts as a gross coyote noise. Here we go. All right, fine, whatever. Oh, it's not my fault. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to learn and grow. Tiger blood in my veins. I'm winning, bro. Why is Sabrina in love with Sheen? That was years ago. I think she's aged herself. She's got to be at least 30. Probably got 2 kids. You know? Oh, damn. Rising up, back to the streets. I once mediated the case of a neckbeard versus a tiger mom. It must have started out as the perfect dream for the neckbeard. He landed a hot Asian wife, brought her to this country, but once the green card came, things changed. They had a daughter together, and the case was mostly about her. Tiger Mom had zero respect for this guy. And try as I might to maintain my empathy, I've never felt a greater urge to stuff another human into a locker. 2 of his demands really stand out. He asked for the following injunction. Tiger Mom shall be enjoined from discussing Neckbeard's weight in a derogatory manner. Specifically, Tiger Mom may not refer to Neckbeard as fatty, tubby, pudgy, or Baymax. What the hell does Baymax mean?
It's a character from Big Hero 6.
How did Dia know that Baymax is a character from Big Hero 6?
Because I have younger sisters that wanted to watch that movie. That's why.
Man, this isn't gonna help with my titty quest. I'm the new Christian, and I'm not on a love quest. I'm on an inflatable whatever this is. Is he inflatable or is he a robot?
He's both.
Why is he big like that? Is he defective?
No, that's his design.
Are other robots like him?
No, that one was specifically made by one of the characters in the movie, and he is supposed to be like a healthcare provider, like a nurse.
Okay. Oh, that's why he's like that, to be like appealing to
Yes.
children.
Yep.
Okay.
So that it's, he looks soft and good for anybody that's going to be treated by him. So he doesn't come off intimidating.
Intriguing. As we continue this entry, normally I wouldn't take an offer like that to the other side. I'd normally help a guy come up with some more sensible. But everyone, including his lawyer, just could not take this guy seriously. So I wrote that out verbatim and trotted over to Tiger Mom's room. Of course, she thought it was hilarious. She had a super thick accent and said, "My daughter called him Baymax cause he looked like Baymax. I can't fix that. He have to fix that." Wow. There comes a point at the end of the day when everything is pretty much settled and people are dividing up things in the house. Of course, Neckbeard has a meltdown at this point, and it's over a freaking Nintendo Switch for the daughter. Tiger Mom made the very sensible proposal that the daughter take the Switch with her to each parent's house as she goes back and forth. Neckbeard freaks out and demands the Switch stay with him at all times. There's no way Tiger Mom can take proper care of it. Mind you, the attorneys are billing enough to pay for 3 Switches an hour. Somebody buy me a Switch. Shh, give me a second. Amazon.com. I should put one of those new switches on there. Not that I want it, but it's cheaper. Switch. Okay, give me a second here. 3 switches an hour at this point. I don't know what happened to the guy, but I do know calling him Baymax could land one lady in a contempt of court after the most hilarious enforcement trial of all time. He owns what's probably the most expensive Nintendo Switch in the world. You know, technically. Ow! Ow, I just bent my big toe in a way where it hurt. Somebody should make the phrase big toe illegal in court. You better not say big toe in here, boy. I don't even think that the new switches are listed. Man, I'd just be giving the switch to Dia. Whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue through this list. I'm feeling kind of weird. You guys feeling weird? Tell me how you're feeling. Tara says, I just got a Nintendo Switch? I didn't even know Tara was here. Interesting, Tara. You show up in my life like a tornado and vanish in a fusion, like a Dragon Ball Z fusion. Oh man, you know who just ruined fusion? Steven Universe. Because they got to do that. They got to do that. They got to ruin it. They got to take something else that somebody did that's cool, and they got to ruin it. Dope. Oh boy, ruining it for everybody. Not you, Tara. Steven Universe. And she's like, sorry, I'm teasing. I know that you have a life. You are a mom. Okay. What's everybody else's excuse? Bruh. You know, if I fuse and I have a tail, and you fuse and you have a tail, but it's like a different tail. Mine's like a monkey tail. No racism. But yours is like a bunny tail. Does my monkey tail become half the length? But instead of being monkey brown tail, it's also like fluffy and white and kind of cottony? Leave a comment and tell me what's up. You know, put your degrees to work. My degrees. Number 5. I used to be a divorce lawyer, but it was not something that I was proud of. Plus, the partner I worked for was such an asshole. Oh no! I swore! What will I do? Great, can't monetize the video now. Some guy's gonna confirm via manual review that I said a poopy word. What if a 4-year-old is trying to get his daily dose of Reddit? Because this is exactly the type of thing that appeals to a 4-year-old. It's as if adults shouldn't even be watching the stupid channel, or the whole site as a whole. And if they are watching it, they should only be watching makeup tutorials or some guy on a cliff jumping off. Watch me fly my drone. Have you seen this new electronic? It works like this. Watch me unbox it. Now I'll destroy it. But what if I put it in this hydraulic press or a blender? Watch me do this thing in slow motion. Watch me do this thing that's incredibly difficult and probably unrealistic to even have happen. The idea is that I probably did this 1,000 times off camera until I got the shot that actually made it happen. But I'm only going to show you the one where I got it to happen. YouTube. Fuck this site. Alright? And if you're watching this and your whole purpose is to review it, I want you to feel weird. I want you to feel weird about finding something that some people are interested in. And then just going, you know what? Good for the people who come to this, but it's not fine for our advertisers. And I get it. It's your site. It's your rules. Don't care. Do what you need to do. It's your job, right? Not trying to put you out of house and home. I know you got mouths to feed, right? And by mouths, I mean probably yours. Because you don't have a family. I'm kidding. It's just a joke. You know? But it's the fact that we don't have people who can even recognize a joke, dude. It's one thing to not like a joke. But to not at least recognize that somebody was trying to, you know what I mean? This site is so cringe. Jackie says, I always play Sudoku when I listen to your videos. I used to play Sudoku and then it just got on my nerves. I'm like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? I remember I used to play this one game called 2048. It was like an app where you would just slide the numbers around. What is going on? We need to play more gun games. I need to form I just need to form a group of people to play anything with, man. Because Overwatch is too intense, and it doesn't come naturally to enough people for us to even try to play that, and they keep nerfing the game, so it just sucks. You know, Fortnite, I can't get a group together. Not that I'd want a group, because when I play, I'm usually just to myself, you know? Weird. Maya says 2048 was stressful. What are you talking about, girl? What are you talking about? Is there an online 2048? There must be. I don't have to guess to know. 2048 online. What do you mean? For those who don't know 2048, it's just a game where you're supposed to reach 2048. Here's how it works. You can move up, down, left, or right, right? And the numbers will combine if they're the same number. So I can move left. I can move left. I can move it up. That's going to turn into 8, 4, 8, 2. You know what I'm talking about? I go left. I go right. 2 2s. Bing bong. There it is. Ain't shit stressful about this. Why you crazy, girl? You got to play it like an Asian. That's the problem. Yeah, there goes my monetization. I'm not supposed to say stuff like that because it's super racist. This guy's reviewing this video. He's just like, he said what? Ugh, Jesus. It is not a derogatory thing. It's still racist if you say it in a kind way. You know? You guys ever look at the Overwatch leagues? Just Koreans and Asians. Thank you very much. Kyle, Koreans are Asian. Bruh. Is 000 in Asian? That's cute, you know. You know, you should teach me how to play something well. You know, teach me to see the numbers like Neo in the Matrix. Teach me to see through it all. Love me, and I will love you. Love me. Love Me Do. That's a song by the Beatles. You guys heard of the Beatles? Just send that 2 over there. 4, 8, 16. Send that up. 32, 64. You know, now I'm playing with fire, but I could just bring this over here. Down, down, baby, up, over, down. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Up, down, over, down, down. I need that 4 sorted. Yeah. Keep it going. Keep it going. All right. Okay. 4s. These 4s shouldn't be in the corners like this. This isn't what people would. Sorry. Why did I? I'm not getting stressed. Don't worry. I got this shit. Don't worry about it. Got nothing to worry about. Okay, so you know. All right. See, we got 2 8s right there. 2 8s. Boom. 2 16s. 32. Move the 32. Oof, over. Jesus Christ. Oh man, what is you doing? What are you doing? Okay, wait. Shit. Yo. Move that 2 down. Shit. Okay. 2 4s. Shit. Okay. Yo, what are you doing? 16. Put the 4s together, you fool. Yo, those 4s can go, but then what do you do with the rest of them? That's the madness of it all, and you know it. Oh shit. Oh my god. What have you done? Over. Up. Because you can, What if I, shit. Boy, Uh. Shit. 2, 4, 8, 16, up over. See, I've just unfucked myself. Simple. Nothing scary there. Just unfucked myself. We're all fine now. See? Dope. Easy. Unfucked myself easy. Unfucked myself. You can't say shit like that. You're trying to not be demonetized on this channel. Look, 2048, man. Pretty simple. Like the game, you know? It's not made to be that difficult. That's the thing that you should always remember when you're playing any kind of game, is that a lot of these games aren't made to be difficult, you know? So, if you can fight your dopamine and keep yourself in normie town, tell yourself you're still gay. I'm kidding. Gay should not be a derogatory term, you know? Look, I'm boring Dia. That's how you know. Dia, what do I do?
I just got bitten by a mosquito and I killed it.
Dia got bitten by a mosquito. I'm sorry, boo. I will get you the Defendor. It was like some kind of some kind of catchy thing. Hey, you know, I actually think I saw something like that. Can you try plugging this in? Yeah, plug this in real quick. Actually, in the bathroom, there is a USB charger. Get that for me. I believe in you. Okay, we're gonna try it, because earlier I had this little this bug catchy bullcrap, but I plugged it in to a laptop charger, thinking that I could get away with it. And smoke immediately came out of it, which is bad. So, you know, I looked at the voltage, and the laptop chargers, you know, anywhere between 15 and maybe 20 volts, something like that. And it was like a 6-volt device. So, truly nightmare fuel. Pass me that thing right there. We're going to see if maybe it still works. Thank you. I doubt it. We have probably blown this shit proper. It's about to get bing bong. I'll just plug it in this other thing. This does not work anymore. Fan doesn't come on, doesn't shift modes. It was it's a fun ride while it lasted. Rest in peace, device. I shouldn't have plugged something so hardcore into you. I'm sorry. As we continue this list, we arrive at number 4, which seems to have been promptly deleted. Always fantastic. Always wonderful. Let's retrieve this deleted post. Bang bong. Remove. Blueberry says, has anyone reached 2048? What are you fucking... Of course, dude. I reached it like the other day, because I was playing this game on PS4 where people can make any game. It's called Dreams. And somebody made 2048 in Dreams. And I beat it in that. It was pretty amusing. Let me go ahead and get to this deleted post. I'm sorry. Oh my god, dude, help me out. Look how fucking... Okay. I had 2 couples come to me. They had been friends for nigh on 15 years. Husband A decided he liked wife B more than wife A. And wife B decided she liked husband B more than wife. You know why this was deleted? It was deleted by the mods. We've seen this on every divorce thread ever. We've seen this on every divorce thread ever. And the mods just didn't want to see the repost. But hey, look at all the comments. These people weren't familiar with it, even though it's been commented before. You know? Dozens of times. They just swapped each other's, spouses, basically. Number 3, I've worked as a legal assistant for 2 family law attorneys for the last 8 years. One of the cases that made me the angriest was a man who cheated on his wife when she had cancer. He then leaves his wife and attempts to hide all of the assets while she's undergoing chemo. Fortunately, my boss is a badass. She teamed up with forensic accountants and they took him to the cleaners. He even had to pay for the forensics accountant bill and attorney fees. Well, that's amazing, and I'm glad that some kind of justice prevailed in this instance. Horrifying things. Jeez. Person's not even gone yet, you know what I mean? Jeez. Number 2, one of my father's friends tried to salt the earth before getting divorced. A rental house has a cabin where a rental house and a cabin were deeded to relatives. The cars that they drove every day were sold to other relatives for tiny sums. Stock handed over to a trust for children, etc. He even vanished a chunk of cash from the company that he co-owned with his wife using phony invoices and stopped paying himself a salary, electing to burn through their personal savings for over a year instead. He learned that the judges really hate when you try to hide or intentionally diminish assets, and they will absolutely refer you to prosecutors for fraud. I don't think he did any jail time in the end, but his ex-wife got everything, plus the satisfaction of firing him from his own company. My God. Yo. Well, I hope he enjoyed the time that he could live stupidly while it lasted, because that's the kind of stuff that makes some men just, end it all, My Lord. Your ex-wife get the satisfaction of firing you from your current job. My favorite divorce story of all time: my buddy meets a girl, gets married, la-di-da. 6 months later, she runs off with another dude. After a couple of months, my buddy filed for divorce. He told her, "Listen, we've been married for 6 months. Let's do an uncontested divorce since you haven't worked for anything, and I own everything and did before I met you." She puts up a fight and eventually comes to, "I had a car coming into this marriage and I'm leaving with one." He offers her the truck, 10 years old with 150 miles, but meticulously maintained. She said nope, so off to court they go. She got zip. She walked away empty-handed. My favorite justice boner of all time. Womp womp. Well, I guess that's what happens sometimes, boys? Pretty sad, but some people deserve exactly what they get. Two, four. 4, 8, 16. Right. Oh, interesting. Game fucked me. I gotta move shit over. Scary stuff. Bro, it's just matching numbers. There's nothing complicated about this, so, you know, there's no point in me continuing to do this. I'm sorry. That really captivated me for a couple seconds, too. How are you guys doing? Everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. Is everyone well? Hello, Diana. Just listen to you singing Private Eyes. Oh, God. Oh, no. Private Eyes? Is that the Fortnite video? That's nice. Oh, man. That's a Fortnite win video, too, boy. I enjoy those. Okay. My whack-ass Fortnite wins. Because you only need to be the last man standing. You don't need to be some kind of hotel building fuckboy. Okay, everybody. I love you. I hope you get a hold of me. I hope you get in touch with me. I hope you have something to be excited about. And if not, hopefully you can be excited about seeing me again soon. If everything holds up. And I don't perish. You know? Some of my fucking subscribers are just going to task on lighting Marvel on fire right now because of their new phases announcements. I'm excited about Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. It may take a while to happen, but I'm excited. Super excited to see Mahershala Ali as Blade. Might take a while to manifest, but I'm excited. But you should see my subscriptions. I can't even find a tab with it. All these tabs are AIDS. Marvel Phase 4 is a snore. Phase snore. Oh, the decline of MCU. Get the hell out of here. The apocalypse is female. Come on. That's Ethan Van Sciver. Keanu Reeves was almost cast in Death Stranding. Yeah, whatever. Almost isn't cast, is it? Okay, stop that bull crap. You already got my sale. Girls, guys, I'm waiting for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. What? Don't play with me. Yo, is it really happening? Yo, that makes my skin crawl if it's true. Cause I'll lose it. Cause I will lose it. I'll jiggle all over the place. I'll get on camera and be like, listen, it was nice knowing y'all, you know? Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. If this is real, please, God, please. Please. Is that Sarah Bishop? The Sarah Bishop? What is she on about? Guys, I hope you have a wonderful night. And I hope things just make sense. If you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, you'll see me again soon. I'll try to stream something game related. If not, just believe in yourself. You'll see me again soon. You'll see me again soon. Later. Excuse me, great. Gross Kyle noises. I came close. No, it's like enveloping me now. See if what's true.
The remaster.
Oh yeah, I gotta go watch that video. Guys, I love you. Bye.